I don't know if this is your funniest part. I think it might be, but I love Sean Stein. He is a funny guy.
Yeah, I think it's the funniest film I've ever made. I mean, I've worked with Neil Simon. I did California Suite, and, Woody Allen, but this is the funniest film that I've ever been in. Even I laughed, and I know the jokes, you know. And I think it's got a lovely atmosphere. When we came, I saw it with my wife and a friend the other day, and even though there were only three of us in a great big cinema watching it, they did a show for me. We laughed, and we came out feeling kind of good. It's a very up movie. That's what I like about it.
Can you relate at all with Sean Stein?
I can, but only vicariously,
Right.
because obviously living in LA, as I have done for the last 8.5 years, I know a lot of people like Sean Stein. I, in actual fact, based my character on Jerry Belson, who wrote and directed it, because I thought he must know a little something about that. But that hunted, paranoid look you see a great deal at parties in Los Angeles with guys avoiding getting near women too closely.
It's so funny. How do you make career decisions? I was wondering last time we talked, how do you make really big career decisions for yourself? I mean, do you, talk it over with a friend or a wife, or do you just make the decision real quickly on the gut, or do you go to a palm reader?
No, what I do is I make the decision fast, and then I go to my wife and see if she disagrees with me. And if she disagrees with me strongly enough, I'll go back and start investigating and see what is wrong with it. But any career decisions, because I mean, like if I'm going to move, if I'm going to do a certain picture, I'm going to go to a certain place and it's going to be a certain type of movie. I will tell my wife vaguely what is. I think she never reads a script or anything like that, so she doesn't know really what I'm doing. But I mean, the big decision. My wife and I, and my youngest daughter, we're a very close-knit family. We have what's called, every day we have a family conference. It could last for a minute or an hour, and it could be at 6 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night. And so we always have this thing of how everybody feels about everything.
It's a good habit to get into.
Nobody's nursing anything or choking up with something.
How'd you get that started? That's a very good idea.
I used to come in with some news, and I'd say, right, everybody in the kitchen, we're going to have a conference. This is what is happening. What are we going to do? And that's how it started when my daughter was about 4 or 5. Because I live of necessity a life that is extremely irregular. Right. So I'm always coming in with some news. We've got to pack our bags. We're moving to America. Pack our bags. We're moving back to England. Pack our bags. We're going to India, Hong Kong, Australia, Africa. And so that's why the family conference is there. And then, of course, there's times when I have to go away on my own. And so the minute I get back, I say, right, family conference, what's happening?
Show business, do you recommend that for young people that come up to you and say, Mr. Caine, I would like to be in the movies or in the plays or whatever?
I don't necessarily recommend it until I've found out their motives, because a lot of people who say to me, I want to be an actor, and I look at them and I think, no, you don't want to be an actor. You want to be rich and famous, and you think being an actor is the way to do it. Well, if you want to be rich and famous, being an actor is not the way to do it. You know, I mean, if you want to be rich, go in a stock exchange, because very few actors become rich and famous. When a guy says to me, I wanted to be an actor, I always say, no, you didn't, because you don't want to be an actor. You have to be an actor. And therefore you become it. And that's when I get suspicious of them. They said, I always thought I could have been an actor, but and I said, well, what did you do? He said, well, I went into selling carbon paper and we made so much money doing that. I said, well, you didn't want to be an actor then, did you? You wanted to get some money.
But it can't be money.
There is, people say to me sometimes, didn't you feel guilty the large sums of money you get compared, say, to a doctor or a professor or a coal miner or someone, or a paramedic? And I say, let me tell you something. I have earned a fortune in this business, and I still haven't been paid enough for the first 11 years, I'm telling you. That's
right. If it all, I've said that too. Yeah. If it averages out, it might be $1 an hour.
$1 an hour, that's what it is.
Working as a young person, I was reading where you were a cement mixer, a pie maker.
I did everything, yeah.
You had some great odd jobs.
I did, yeah. I used to make, those jewel boxes you get in the jewelers with the thing, and I can make those too.
Were you a good pie maker?
Yeah, I was a good pie maker.
Were you a good cement mixer? That was a great job. I'd like to do that.
The trouble, I stopped eating pies when I was making pies, because all the pastry, the that fell on the floor. You used to sweep it up, roll it all up, and make the bottoms out of it. So if you ever see those pies, you turn them over, you'll see little specks of dust in them because they make the bottoms out of them. And I worked in a donut department. I can't even tell you what happened with the donuts, but don't eat them.
Great eye, Jeff. And you were a gopher, and you saw a little movie making, and that's what gave you the fever?
I was a gopher on a picture called Morning Departure with John Mills. I was in the last picture they ever made at Denham. I was a gopher.
I guess we ought to say a gopher is gopher this,
gopher that. I used to go and get the cigarettes and the tea and a coffee. And I was around the studios. I remember getting things for Walt Disney when they were doing Treasure Island. And Mr. Disney came, and little Jimmy Driscoll, I think his name was. That was one of the last pictures made at the old Denham studios. But every time I went into the British film industry, it collapsed. It collapsed around me, and I went away and became a soldier, and then I became an actor.
What did your family think about acting? Was that a respected business to be in? They didn't think you'd make it?
No, they thought it was very sissy. My father thought I was gay. Everybody else thought I had ideas above my station. Who do you think you are? Because
were they ever able to see your success, so it worked out all right?
No, because I never went back and showed them. I ignored them. But the people... See, I never got any support from my own class when I became an actor. All I got was jeers and sneers and people screaming faggot at me and all that. And so when I became a success, I didn't go rushing back to say hello to all my old chums, because I took 2 chums with me. We were all amateur actors. We met in an amateur dramatic society when we were 14. And we're still together now. But one is in a wheelchair with multiple sclerosis, and the other one got infantile paralysis and has one leg shorter than the other. So you see the 3 of us, we look like the thing, the American Constitution. So we're going to do that any minute. But we're still together. But the rest of them I got no time for.
I understand that. My favorite actor of anybody, I swear.
Thank you very much.
You're the hardest working guy, and you're so versatile, and this is a funny movie, Surrender.
Thank you.
Pay the big bucks for this one, folks. This is a great one.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a pay the full price movie for ever. No discount movie for this.
No, there are no passes.